Root canals are a typical dental procedure that most sufferers must undergo at one point or another during their life. The procedure is the process of removing damaged tissues from inside teeth to stop any more damage and also to protect the tooth from removal. While the procedure may appear similar in different countries, the costs of root canals vary substantially. In this short video, we'll look at the cost of root canals. We will specifically in the area of price variations in Europe as well as Turkey. For dental procedures, prices is contingent on many variables, including the area as well as the skill of the dentist, as well as the degree of complexity. In Europe, the cost for the procedure can vary between 300 to 1,000 euros, contingent on the nation and dental clinic. In contrast, in Turkey, it is the case that the cost for an appointment for a root canal is substantially smaller, with prices ranging between 100 to 500 euros on an average. This huge price gap is what has led many to look into going to Turkey for treatment in the field of dentistry, such as root canals. Then, what is the main reason for the different prices among Europe and Turkey with regard to root canals? The main reason is the price of living and level of living standards across each nation. In Europe, there is a higher cost of living tends to be greater than in Turkey, which implies dentists in Europe could have greater cost of overhead, such as the cost of rent, utilities, and the salaries of dental assistants. This higher cost are passed on to the patients, which can result in greater costs for dental services, which includes root canals. In contrast, the other hand, in Turkey it is true that the cost of living is less, so dentists have the ability to offer lower rates for their treatments. Furthermore, competition in the marketplace for dental services in Turkey is intense, and many clinics offer reasonable prices for their services to lure clients. It is a challenge for dentists to lower their rates so that they can remain competitive in the marketplace. In the end, patients will receive less expensive dental procedures like root canals in Turkey in comparison to Europe. Another reason that could contribute to the cost differences for the cost of root canals within Europe as well as Turkey is the degree of reimbursement by insurance companies. In Europe, dental insurance coverage differs from country to the country. Some countries offering greater treatment coverage as opposed to others that offer less coverage. If coverage is limited in a country, the patients could need to cover the cost of the root canal procedures and incur higher expenses. However, the case of Turkey, there is no dental insurance coverage. It is not as accessible, so the majority of patients have to pay for their dental treatment by cash. The direct payment method will result in lower cost on dental procedures because dentists are not required to handle the costs of administration and bureaucracy related to insurance reimbursements. In addition, free of the sway of insurance firms, dentists from Turkey can more freely decide their costs based upon consumer demand. This results in a more competitive price for patients. It is vital to know that, while the expense of root canals could be less in Turkey when compared with Europe, but the level of the care provided and the experience of dentists practicing in Turkey are comparable to those in Europe. The majority of dentists from Turkey have completed their education as well as training from reputable institutions and are capable of providing superior dental care to clients. In addition, dental centers in Turkey have modern technology, and they adhere to the strictest health and safety regulations for the most effective results for the patients. In the end, the cost difference in root canals between Europe and Turkey are due to many factors like the costs, living expenses, competitiveness within the marketplace, and insurance coverage. Though the expense for root canals could be less in Turkey, but patients should get top quality care and expert guidance from dentists who are located that are in Turkey. The final decision on whether to go through the procedure of a root canal either at a location in Europe or Turkey is based on the individual's preferences, finances, and the recommendation of a licensed dentist.